Okay, I hate Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Hey, what's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning into the channel. Thanks for clicking on the video. So, as you might have just heard, I'm going to give you my final thoughts on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. What I really thought of it in detail. So yeah, let's go ahead and kick this thing off. I think that there's going to be two different types of people that click on the video, right? You're going to have person A that has played the game, they love the game, hey, why does this guy hate KCD too, And then you're going to have person B that hasn't played the game yet, maybe they want to know more about it, maybe they're thinking about buying it, maybe they just hate on it and they're never going to buy it. But, again, whichever person you are, A or B, I hope this video helps you out. So I was not at all an experienced KCD player, okay? I'd never even played the first game. And while some of you might leave me some hate in the comments, okay, for saying this, I didn't even know what Kingdom Come Deliverance 1 was, okay? I never even heard of it.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I played games that were kind of similar. Now that I know what it is, maybe like a Skyrim or Fallout or something like that, with heavy RPG elements. But KCD 2, okay, has just simply blown me away. Okay, it got me off Marvel Rivals. Not that I don't want to play Marvel Rivals anymore, but I went from playing Marvel Rivals every day to, stepping back from Marvel Rivals. I don't think I played Marvel Rivals in like a week. And yeah, I think I'm missing it a little bit, but yeah, KCD 2 has blown me away. Okay, so immediately my first thought was, this game is hard. It's just way too hard. Okay, it doesn't hold your hand in any way, and not only that, but there was just so much dialogue, where it was just kind of dry, and I just wanted to skip. But after I turn it down a notch, right, and I just, put on my patient cap, went through the prologue, went through a few more hours after the prologue, that all changed. Okay, KCD 2 is in no way, I would say, an easy game, all right? Going off of what we just said, it's not going to hold your hand, and that's gonna leave a lot of people feeling frustrated. I've seen online how people say that, I'm quitting KCD 2, and there's a piece of me that understands that. I get it. However, if you just stay patient, this world that they've built has so much to offer you, both good and bad. And I mean the bad in a good way. Because although the game is challenging, it feels very rewarding once you've gotten the hang of the combat system and you manage the RPG elements. A good example for me was not keeping my energy up. Okay, so since I wasn't keeping my energy levels up, I was losing stamina very quickly when fighting, which was resulting in me losing a lot of my fights. Okay, I would just get hit, and then I'd get hit again, and then before you know it, I have like 25% of my health left. I have no stamina. I can't pull up my sword or my shield to block or anything, and I'm just dead. I didn't know what I was doing wrong. And yeah, that was really annoying. I did think about quitting the game. I'm like, okay, maybe this isn't for me. But like I said, I hung in there, and now I got to tell you, I feel like Leonidas from 300, okay, when I'm fighting people.
This is where we fight! This is where they die!
Just hacking dudes down, okay? So overall, yes, the game is hard to newcomers. Me, raise my hand. But don't give up on it if that's you, okay? If you gave up on KCD 2 and you're watching this, please come back. Come back to the game. I'm sure Warhorse Studios would appreciate that. And you'll be glad that you did. So, like we said, the game, it's been out for, almost 2 weeks now, right? It came out on the 4th. So I don't want to touch too much on the story. But I'll say this: the writers, hell, the whole the whole studio deserves a raise for this story. Okay, the actors did an incredible job portraying the characters, and what I think I loved about it the most is all of the missions or the quests organically lead you in the right direction. Even some of the side quests. I don't want to spoil anything, okay? But I did a side quest where, you find a dead body in the woods, and then that leads you, that person knows one of the people that are in your main quest line, and then that had something to do with some of my dialogue options, again, in the main quest line, and that was from a side quest, okay? And that side quest took me, 40 minutes to an hour just to finish that one side quest. Okay, there's so much content and attention to detail in this game, it is nuts. So yeah, because this game does such a good job, right, of organically pushing you in the right direction, you never really feel bottlenecked on, what you can or what you can't do. To touch on the side activities, so, blacksmithing or the alchemy, or, hell, you could even say, like, digging graves sometimes. But, okay, we'll use the blacksmithing, for example, sharpening your sword, something like that. You could spend hours blacksmithing. If you have the materials, you could spend hours doing it, okay? And it's just, I don't know, it's zen, right? It feels good to do. It's relaxing. When you do the alchemy, right, and you just keep going back and you're reading the book and you're like, wait, what does this need? In the beginning, when I was doing it, the book, it was a little hard to read. I was like, wait, what am I supposed to be adding? Or what am I, with the hourglass, what do you mean 2 turns? And I was like, okay, but once I got the hang of it, it's fantastic. Dude, you could quit your job right now, okay, and be a full-time 8 hours a day blacksmith in Bohemia. Just kidding. But seriously, with these side activities, that's how good they are. They're so fun. Okay, so the graphics in the game, I just want to touch on that. They're flawless, okay? The forests from afar, they look full, right? They look dense, they look dark. And the sunrise, when it comes up, okay, say, I saw it go up the castle walls, or like a castle walls, right? And it was just fantastic. Just to see the sun slowly go up the wall, it was mesmerizing. I know it's just something that's it's like, okay, so who cares? You saw sun going up a castle, but it just looks so good. I will say I had maybe 1 or 2 bugs, right, with the lighting, random flashing, things not rendering properly, the collision of some objects running in, just random stuff. But really, I don't want to hit on that too much because it was just few and far between. It really, it didn't hinder my experience at all. So yeah, the graphical output was exceptional. I played on PS5, perfect. Another thing, right? When you look off into the distance, okay, when you're up high, you're on the side of a castle, you're in a tower, and you just look out into the distance, you really feel like anything is possible in the world. That there's just so much you can do, and the attention to detail from these guys in the studio, it just unbelievable. I don't know what else to say. When the first time that I was riding my horse, right, I got pebbles, okay, and I'm carrying a torch at night. There's embers from the torch falling off. It's flickering. It's blowing in the wind. I just listening to the frogs in the pond. I don't know what else to say. Just really a breathtaking experience. The trees, when they're blowing in the wind, they look great, right? It doesn't look kind of choppy, or there isn't like that kind of like hesitation. Maybe some of you guys know what I'm talking about, where when the wind in a game is blowing some trees around, right? And it looks like they're just on like a loop effect, right? Where they just keep doing the same thing, right? You're like, okay, I get it, the wind's blowing. No, not in this game. That's how much the attention to detail is. It's just it's insane. Also, when you're hungry, Henry's stomach, you'll hear his stomach rumble. He'll give you a voice cue, hey, I need to eat something. Village residents, they'll yell at you or praise you depending on what you're doing. NPC voices, they echo in an empty room. When I was in a barn, there was an NPC. He was, putting some hay into the barn for a horse, and when he was talking to me, his voice was echoing off the walls in the barn. Great. That leads me to something else. So the NPCs in this game, the AI, unreal. Okay, so one example, if you go in, okay, to a random place, say daytime, nighttime, whatever, doesn't matter. If you take something and somebody saw you leave there, right? Maybe they didn't catch you in the act, but they saw you leave. They will put 2 and 2 together that, okay, hey, I saw this guy. He was here. I'm now missing some, I don't know, clothing. And the next time you go there, you'll be wanted, okay? If you say, I had this happen, say you take a necklace, okay, and no one saw you take it, no one saw you there, you're good, okay? Now, you're wearing the necklace, all right? You go back to where you stole the necklace, okay? Maybe you go back in 12 hours, whatever the case may be, 6 hours, doesn't matter. In-game hours, you go back, and if you're wearing it and it belongs to whoever you took it from, whoever that is, they see you, they'll just, hey, that's mine. I mean, that's nuts. I mean, why can't you've got a game that can do this, and then you've got Assassin's Creed Shadows, which, yeah, I'm going to play it, right? But Assassin's Creed Shadows is going to be coming out in March. And the AI looks like it's from, the Xbox 360. I don't know. But yeah, again, graphics, 10 out of 10. The sound design, excellent. The AI, the NPCs, unreal. Another thing. So when Mutt, your dog, he's walking through a puddle, the sound of that, the sloshing of the water, the sound as if he's going through mud, perfect. They just did such a good job. There was one mission with your dog, Mutt, where you give him a piece of clothing to, you just kind of hold it out in your hand and you have him sniff it, he gets a scent, and then you follow him, right? I mean, again, something that doesn't sound so complicated, or, it's like, so what? But in this game, it all works. Everything flows so well together. And then something that I guess I haven't really talked about that much that I guess I could hit on a little bit more is the combat system. I mentioned early on that, I struggled with the combat system a lot. I didn't really know what I was doing wrong. But yes, after you go through, you learn some new skills. Obviously, practice makes perfect. So when, I failed at a lot of sword fights, but now that I have the hang of it and I've won a lot of fights, like I said, it makes you feel like Leonidas. You know what I mean? How you're just hacking people down. And it's great too. Moving your right stick around to move the sword. I don't know. It feels really good. I also think the game's replay value. Okay, I think honestly, I mean, maybe I'm kind of biting off a little bit more I can chew here. I really think that the game's replay value is endless. I mean, the main story alone is around 50 hours. Okay, with little to no side activity being done. Okay, and trust me, like I've said, you're going to want to do the side activities. When you see the world, if you haven't played it yet, you are going to want to do the side activities. I mean, hell, there's some people that I've seen You just go into, because you have to have save your schnapps. I mean, yeah, you can save and exit, right? So I mean, technically you don't really need to use that, but you can just kill people and then be like, okay, I'm wanted or whatever, and then you go back. You could just be a criminal, and then be like, okay, I'm done doing that. I'm gonna go back to the normal game. It's really endless. It is. So the game, like we said earlier, the game, it organically makes you want to do some of the side content, which I think it's a testament to its writing and the attention to detail, and I really think, I said this too, I really think that KCD2 has a good shot at being the game of the year. And I mean, that's a bold take. Sure it is. I mean, it's only February, but that's how good this game is. In an industry where we have had many bad sequels to games, hell, bad, the first game, bad, Star Wars Outlaws, ouch. This proves the doubters wrong, I think, and delivers on a big scale, okay? I think if you're someone that is on the fence about KCD2, or maybe you were like me and you had no idea what KCD2 was until they started marketing for the game, because like I said, I didn't even know what KCD1 was. I would 100% give it a try. No, I don't think you need to wait for it to go on sale. I think it's worth every penny. So, yeah. You clicked on a video where you thought I was really going to tell you that I hated KCD2. No, I'm sorry. It's KCD2 gets a 10 out of 10. I could not think of anything to gripe about with this game to just take away from it. It's an unforgettable experience. Again, worth every penny, and yeah, that's what I got, guys. So I hope this little review that I did, I wanted to make it quick. Maybe you don't have to call it a review, just final impressions. I hope it helps you guys. I hope those of you that are on the fence about the game, it pushes you to buy it or play it, try it. Maybe your friend has it, go over to his house, her house, try it out. It's great. Yeah, that's it, guys. So if you made it to the end, thanks so much for clicking on the video. Give it a like. Go ahead and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.